Hey guys, it's Ep24 and welcome back to episode 24 of my Liverpool career. Now, today's episode we've got some big games to play. First match is against Porto. It's in the Champions League group stage. We find ourselves top of the group at the moment, just ahead of Bayern Munich on goal difference. Hopefully you're looking to try and extend that lead in front of them. Obviously Porto not doing so well, so we should really be beating them, but we have had to make some changes to the team. Before we go any further though, if we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. If you do hit 100 likes within 6 hours, then you'll get yourself a bonus episode out straight away of this Liverpool career mode. Also, if you would like to, don't forget you can still purchase the Game Face limited edition football tops. The link to that is in the top line of the description below if you'd like to go and purchase something there. And I'd really appreciate it. Let's crack on with today's video. This is the team I'm going to go with for this game against Porto. Alisson starts in goal, Alexander-Arnold at right back, Gomez, Delete and Robertson in defence as well. Henderson, Chan and Woodburn in midfield, with then Pulisic, Origi and Sessegnon as our front three. So a changed team, quite a young side as well, in particular obviously our wingers there. They're very young players, but very talented players. And one quick thing before we go any further is we've actually got a bid in for Daniel Sturridge from Leicester City, £12.8 million. We're going to, I think, accept it, although his value is 15.5. It is tempting to just try and get him out the door as quickly as possible. We're going to negotiate with Leicester here. I think we can get a bit more for him. His value is just over 15, so we're going to try and get a little bit closer to that, see what they say. Hopefully just try and creep it up a little bit. We'll say 15. I know it's obviously under his value, but I'm just trying to see what exactly they're willing to pay. And £15 million is something they've agreed. Okay, that deal should hopefully go ahead. Okay, now let's crack on with this game against Porto. Obviously, quite a big match this one for us because we are competing with Bayern Munich here at the top of the group. We do need to try and pick up as many wins as possible to try and finish in front of them, which would obviously be a great achievement and something that we're aiming to do if we can. But Porto are a good team, despite only getting 1 point so far in the group. I still think they're a great side, got some very talented players, and so they shouldn't really be underestimated. I just got to hope we turn up with this changed team. Chan into Origi, struggling to get forward at the moment. We haven't really had that many chances. Porto probably just about edging this game. Chance here for Porto coming forward, look for a cross into the middle, have to clear that one away. We do just about, although not particularly well, but we have managed to clear it forward to Woodburn. He's still trying to attack here, finds Sessegnon. We've struggled really to create anything so far in the opening stage of this game. Sessegnon tries to get a shot away and scores. It's 1-0. Can't really say it's deserved, but we'll take it. It's a great counter-attack. And 32 minutes in, we finally get a shot on target. We finally score. And it's Sessegnon who powers it past Casillas. It's a really good strike as well. A great run from the youngster. Just uses his pace to get away from the fullback. Takes that extra touch and then just drives it across the keeper. Really good strike, 1-0, but like I say, we've not been particularly good. We've been very slow to get going, really. Origi into Sessegnon, that's good. Sessegnon's still going. Can he get another shot away, similar to the last one? Oh, I think it was going wide, but the defender still clears it away. Nearly got a second one, exactly the same as the first. Okay, that's it for the first half. Still win the game 1-0. Like I say, it's a little bit undeserved. It hasn't really been enough for us to deserve being in front, but we are finding ourselves in that position, so I'm not going to complain. We have really got most of our chances through Sessegnon. He's been the guy creating the chances, and we've only really had 2 or 3 from him. So, yeah, it has been a bit of a strange first half from us, but we are obviously in front, which is a good sign. Oh my days, it's 1-1. 5 minutes into the second half, that's come from absolutely nothing. It's a terrible corner. Or at least I thought it was going to be a terrible corner. In the end, he heads it to the back post and they score. That's come from literally nothing. Wasn't expecting it. And you can just see the way this is put to the almost edge of the box. And then to the back post, and keeper should deal with it. Defence should deal with it. No one does. And in the end, it's scored. 1-1. Porto back at level terms. Can't have too many complaints because, like I said, we didn't really deserve to be in front in the first place. And we haven't defended that lead very well either, so quite rightly, Porto get themselves a goal. Chance here for Pulisic to beat his man. Still going, looking for a cross into Origi. I don't know if he gets there. I think it's the defender who beats him to it. Out for a corner. Henderson going to deliver into the box. And Pulisic is in there and connects, actually. Does a good job, but saved. Oh no, it's terrible defending. Losing the game. Oh my god, we're giving it to them on a plate here. I think it's Robertson who just allows him to be beaten, just shrugged off the ball. Very, very strange. Obviously wasn't even intending to have the ball at this point. I was hoping to try and pass it. Wouldn't let me pass. And so we ended up just getting the ball taken off us. And Porto score 2-1. They find themselves in front. And this would certainly make a very interesting Champions League group stage now. I don't know what's happened. I tried to pass it to the keeper. He didn't let me. So yeah, they take it off us and they score. 2-1. Very, very strange. We've not looked good going forward at all in this game. Like I say, our chances have mainly come through Sessegnon when we've attacked. And when he's quiet, that's obviously then going difficult for the whole squad because he is basically our only route through to scoring. Which is very strange for us. It's been a really weird match, this one, which just haven't looked ourselves. Okay, all 3 changes, 20 minutes to go. Key to Solanke and Shaqiri to come on. We're going to take off Woodburn, Origi and Pulisic. maybe some strange changes in there. I'm going to go with them anyway. I'm hoping Keita can put in a good performance because at the moment he's looking like potentially a 50 or 60 million pound flop for us. He's not been particularly great. I'm starting to wonder whether we have wasted that money. I know obviously we brought him in for realism, but he's not looked that fantastic in game. Maybe I've been a bit harsh on him for his lack of game time, but he's not been in the team because he's not been playing well. Solanke trying to turn and get a shot away if he can. Oh, it's not a bad shot as well. Shaqiri looking for a cross back into the box. Good chance, but head the way. And that's the liveliest we've looked in a long, long time. The first time I think anyone other than Session has had a shot as well. Shaqiri coming inside, looking for a shot here if he can. Wow, it looks more like a cross in the end. So you wonder whether Session could have maybe got there as well. Henderson trying to deliver a ball into the box here. Can we find Solanke? Tried to get there, but cleared away once again. We're struggling. I think we might lose this game because they're defending really well and we're not attacking very well at all. What's happened to our defence here? Shouldn't have to bring out Alisson there. All over the place. Solanke into Keita, that's good. Keita still trying to weave in and out. Can he get past that last man and shoot and score? He has done. He's pulled us a goal back and he scores with 4 minutes to go. Oh, I don't know how deserved it's been, but we've managed to get a goal anyway. And it's Keita, obviously, the player we brought on off the bench, who gets the goal and we've managed to equalise. And it's now 2-2. That's really good play from Solanke. He's looked really good actually, Solanke, since coming on. Keita as well here to keep his balance and try and beat his man like he did. And we managed to slot it home really well, 2-2. Oh, Porto running through. This could be another. If he'd not passed it, it's made it less likely now, but still got a chance for them here. Looking to try and just shepherd this one away if we can. Still a chance for Porto to shoot. All hit the post. Don't know why he passed it to the left of him though. If he kept on running, I think he would have scored that. That's it, full time. We've drawn the game 2-2. Dropped 2 points there as well, really. Just hoping Bayern do the same. I'll wait and see though. Obviously, probably unlikely that they've dropped points against whoever's in our group. So, yeah, a little bit disappointed by that one. Was hoping to try and beat Porto, but I think performance-wise we weren't at it, so can't really complain too much. We had more shots on target, but still never really felt too comfortable in that game. Bayern Munich did win. They only won 1-0, but it's still a victory over St Etienne, and so they do go in front of us. Another team in front of us are Stoke City. They're on 23 points in the league, 1 point in front of us. They've had a great start to the season. Burnley are only in 4th as well, so we've got them up next. We're going to be simming that game. It's a home match. A little bit risky to sim it, but I do like to try and move things on occasionally in some of these matches, and I feel like this is one of those sort of games where I have to try and do that, especially because we're going to be playing one of our strongest teams as well, so we should win this game comfortably. We'll wait and see whether that is the case or not in a moment, but first of all, Conor Randall, bidding for him, again just going to accept it, try and get him out the door. He's another one of our players that has been transfer listed, and at the moment we have quite a few players that are set to leave in January, which is great news. Finally got some deals agreed. Is Sturridge going to be leaving now? Let's wait and see whether that deal has been agreed now, hopefully. We won't find out just yet. Okay, on to this game now against Burnley. This is the team going to go with. Alisson starts in goal. Sidibe, Matip, Van Dijk, Tierney, Henderson, Ramsey, Keita, and Salah, Firmino, Mane up front as usual. Let's crack on with the game. Let's try and get ourselves 3 points here. It's obviously tough against Burnley. They've started off the season really well in 4th place. We certainly on paper have the better team, but we'll wait and see how we get on in this match. Got Phil Jones at the back and Lovren, so that's why we've scored 16 minutes in. Mane gets the goal. We need to get a second one though. I'm not going to celebrate too soon, and Wood equalises. But we're back in front with Salah. Okay, into the second half, 2-1. We've still got a goal advantage. Still wanting to try and extend the lead if we can. 25 minutes to go. Might go right down to the wire at this rate. I'm going to skip. And it finishes 3-1. Keita gets the other goal. We just about beat Burnley. Was a little bit worried we're going to draw there. That victory takes us above Stoke City for now at least. We'll wait and see whether they do get themselves a victory or not in the next game. But yeah, it seems like a bit of a strange top 6 that, doesn't it? Swansea in there as well. Very, very bizarre. This week we've got Tierney going up to 80 overall, which is fantastic news for us. And we are going to continue to try and train Gomez up until he gets up to that overall as well. But we might have to change Tierney in next week, I think. Okay, a lot of big emails to take a look at here. First of all, transfer offer in here for Adam Lallana from Bayer Leverkusen, £23.2 million. Lallana's a player I've transfer listed. I'm trying to get him out the door. I don't think that there's much point keeping him at the club. I don't think he's going to be used that much, to be honest. He's obviously ageing as well. So, 23.2, yeah, I'll happily take that for a transfer listed player that's 30 years old. Yes. I'm not even going to bother negotiating because his value's 18. I'm just going to take what I can get, and hopefully that deal can be agreed. I've also been scouting Ruben Neves as well. I'm a bit cautious to look at centre-mids because we have a lot. I'm just trying to get a lot of them out the door, but if we can get rid of 3 or 4 like we're trying to, then maybe we'll bring in 1 or 2. Ruben Neves would certainly be someone that's been linked heavily with Liverpool in real life, and so if that deal was to happen, then maybe we'll bring him in on this career mode as well. He's 80 overall, 21 years old. We know he's a quality player. A holder midfielder as well, so a bit of a different player for us. that maybe we don't quite have in this team. Daniel Sturridge's transfer has been accepted. He agrees to join Leicester City. They'll get £12.5 million from that deal. Lewis Cook returns from injury as well, which is great news. Another centre mid that hasn't been getting loads of game time. I certainly want him at the club though, so he's going to stay here for now at least. We've got some multi-scouting updates to take a look at, but also not so good news on the transfer side of things with Connor. His deal with Lincoln City again has broken down. That's the second time that's happened. Wow, this player looks pretty good, doesn't he? From our Spanish contingent of players that we're looking at, we're trying to scout at the moment. He's 6'6", potential of 81 to 94. I think he might be a defender, although I'm not really too sure. Left-footed. We'll certainly sign him up and hopefully get him trained up as well. Yeah, so he's a 6'6" left back. Very, very good potential. I'm 60 overall already. Certainly a player that we should be training up, and so I think we're going to be training up a lot more youth academy players than we have been recently, and that's something we certainly need to start doing now because we have a lot of players that could really get into this first team at some point. So let's start doing that now. We're going to do exactly that. Gomez and Sanchez can be trained up this week. Obviously, Turney drops out. I think he's actually on international duty, but he's also reached 80 overall, which is kind of the point where I look at other players, because I do try and get players at a certain point, but then past that point, they've got to grow more in game, I think, rather than training them. Hopefully, Sanchez over the next few weeks, I'm going to try and get him up to 65, maybe even a little bit closer to 70 if we can. So he's going to be with us, hopefully, for a little while now. Stoke City dropped points. They actually, I think, must have got a point in their last match because they're now 2 points behind us, so we are now top of the league, which is good to see. Lallana also sold as well. That's a big deal. Just under £20 million we'll get from that. Certainly going to have a lot of cash to be able to bring in some good players in more key positions in this transfer window coming up. Okay, on to this next game now. This is who we're going to go with. Alisson starts in goal. Alexander-Arnold at right back. Matip, Van Dijk and Turney in defence as well. Oxlade-Chamberlain, Wijnaldum and Henderson in midfield with Mane, Firmino and Salah as our front three. This dimension I'm going to go with Joe Gomez, De Ligt, Cook, Woodburn, Session, Pulisic and Origi all on there. Plenty of options for us. Some good young players on there as well, which is good to see. Let's wait and find out how we get on. Try and get ourselves a victory here in the league. Looking forward to this game actually. Is it against Southampton? Am I right? Yes, it is. Okay, so against our feeder club. So we should be able to beat them. Okay, so on to this game now against Southampton at St Mary's. Southampton are rock bottom. They are 20th in the league table and they have 0 wins. So no pressure, lads, but you've got to win this game. You cannot lose this match to Southampton. Saying that, they've started off this game quite lively actually, so we could be in for an interesting game. Obviously, when you play away and play a team like Southampton, you never really know what sort of scoreline you're going to get or result you're going to get. So I'm just hoping we got enough to pull through this game, and we should be beaten bottom of the league though. Salah into Oxlade-Chamberlain, that's really good. Oxlade-Chamberlain is still going, looking across, and it's intercepted. Well defended there by the centre-back. Had to obviously stop Firmino from getting to it, and he did a good job of that. Mane cutting inside and shooting. Oh, he scores. It surprised the goalkeeper. It surprised me a little bit as well. And it's 1-0. Mane scores there. Just coming inside from the right-hand side there and finding a shot. Cuts it back onto his right foot as well. Just get it on his stronger side. And within 15 minutes, we've taken the lead here against Southampton. It's a good start. And we've got a goal we needed. Matip running forward, looking for Mane with that pass. Can we get ourselves a second goal? Mane! Oh, straight to the keeper. He was going to try and double his tally here against his former club, but doesn't unfortunately manage to find the back of the net. Firmino to shoot from range. Oh, it scored. Just goes wide. It must go wide anyway, unless it's gone over the bar. I'm pretty sure it must be wide. Oh, the bend wasn't quite there in the shot. It's a really close chance for Firmino. Such a good opportunity from quite far out as well. Turney running forward, Waiters dragging one of the defenders. He'll still keep going though. He'll look to the back post for Mane, or maybe even Wijnaldum. Okay, wasn't trying to pick him out, but saved by the goalkeeper. Henderson going to deliver it into the box here, looking for Mane if he can, but headed away again. It's half-time, winning the game 1-0. Deservedly in front, I think, although Southampton have had 1 or 2 chances, but we still, I think, deserve to be in the lead, and so we will go into the lead during the half-time break. A little half-time snack. This isn't sponsored by Belvita. If they wanted to be, you know where my URL is. On to the second half. So we obviously need to try and get ourselves a second goal. Try and extend that lead if we can. Hopefully we can. Wijnaldum, good chance there for him to get a shot away. Oh, just wide. So close. Just a little bit too far the post there. Chance here for Gabbiadini. Oh, Southampton have equalised at the start of the second half. They've not had that many chances, but they have looked a threat occasionally. And they score this time round. Conceded again. Disappointing. Gotta make sure that doesn't happen in the next match, but yeah, for now we lose our clean sheet. Gabbiadini's looked a good player for them. He's created this chance, and they've equalised now. Go on, Mane, great run from him. Still going here. Sadio Mane coming inside as well, shooting his left foot, saved. And Salah follows up, but saved again by McCarthy. So close to a goal to put us back in front, but for now it still remains level. Wijnaldum switch it over there to Salah. Not a great switch, but he'll bring it down just about. Looking for a cross now into Henderson on the volley. Smashed it over the bar. First two changes, Sessegnon and Lewis Cook to come on. We're going to take off Wijnaldum and Firmino. 15 minutes to go. We'll wait and see what happens. And then the final 15 minutes, obviously against bottom of the league, as we are top of the league, we're expected to win. But yeah, it's not looking too likely at the moment. We've struggled a little bit with our finishing. And so yeah, we need to grind out a victory here. It's a bit strange to say against bottom of the league. I should really have mentioned Sessegnon's going to play up front as well, which is a bit bizarre, but we're going to go with it, see how we get on. I'm more concerned about Southampton winning this game than us winning the match. I'm a little bit worried that that might be the case, which would not be good, because that would be their first victory if that happened. Wow, it falls to Sessegnon. Sessegnon's still going, looking to get a shot away, saved by McCarthy. I wasn't expecting that to fall to him at all. Very surprised. Okay, final change. There's about 5-6 minutes to go. Origi to come on. We're going to take off Alexander-Arnold. Change formation, obviously, as well. Forward front now. Got ourselves a corner. Henderson looking to deliver this in a second. We're really going all out to try and win this game. I don't really want to be dropping points against bottom of the league. Origi, I think, won that at the front post, but not enough. 5 minutes to go. Great ball into Origi. Good chance for us here late on. Origi! Oh, we've missed it again. It's happened about 3 times in this game now. We've just dragged it wide of the far post. Had good chances, we've not taken them. That's it. Finishes 1-1. We've dropped another 2 points. Disappointing there. And against bottom of the league as well. Really, really frustrating. It's obviously away at Southampton, so a little more tricky, but still you'd expect to win. Very, very disappointed to not beat them. 12 shots, 7 on target. They had 3 and 2 on target. Obviously, we deserve a bit more from the game than what we got. Possession-wise, though, a little bit disappointing. Against bottom of the league, you expect to have more possession, no matter whether you're home or away. So yeah, big gutted about that, and that does give a chance for teams around us to be able to overtake us. I think Stoke have got Burnley away, so yeah, we'll see what comes of that game. I think Man City just lost as well, so this is what I mean. I mentioned it, I think, last episode, or maybe it was in the other career mode, where teams just don't seem to capitalise on you losing games or dropping points. It's really strange. One team that has overtaken us is Bayern Munich, and that's obviously in the Champions League group stages. We've got a chance to hopefully try and leapfrog them again. We've got to make sure we win this game against St Etienne. We've got to also hope that Bayern was to lose their match as well for that to happen. But we'll see what happens after this game. Hopefully we're able to leapfrog them. It's the final game of today's episode. Looking forward to it as well. And we are going to change around the team, I think, a little bit. Actually, do you know what? We're not going to. We're going to keep the team exactly the same. I want this team to try and bounce back from a disappointing result, so we'll go exactly the same team, exactly the same bench as well. No changes have been made. Okay, let's crack with this game now against St Etienne. Try and get ourselves a victory with the same team that we just put out in the last game. Hoping that we can get ourselves a better result in this match, rather than what was a pretty disappointing 1-1 result against Southampton. Wijnaldum wins it back off the defender. Still going here. Can Wijnaldum find a cutback? He should. Firmino scores. That's very intricate stuff. I can't believe he managed to find a way through there inside 20 minutes. Good play for Wijnaldum, weaving in and out, and slots it to Firmino, who's able to slot in the back of the net. Very happy with that. Good start to the game. Mane running forward for a cross in the middle. Good chance. Saved by the goalkeeper and cleared away. Damn, there's a good opportunity as well to double our lead. Need to try and get the second goal as quickly as possible so we don't end up in a similar situation to the Southampton game and also the last match before that as well. Oh, what a pass. What a pass. Ugh. Saved by the goalkeeper. That's why I need a second goal, because that sort of thing can happen very much out of the blue. They've had very few chances. I don't know how they've managed to get through there as well. It's a great pass. Half time, win the game 1-0. Need a second goal. I'm going to keep saying it until we get it. And then when we get it, I'm going to ask for a third, because we just need to keep scoring, and we seem to struggle to do that. At least in this episode we have anyway. Oh, that's a great challenge. That's what I want to see. Even if he does get a yellow card. Yeah, he will get a yellow card for that. It was worth it. Alexander-Arnold running forward. Great chance. Look for a cutback. Firmino. Oh, he can shoot and score. It's 2-0. Firmino scores. And we've managed to double our lead. Finally, it's about time as well. And Firmino gets it. Slots home into the bottom left-hand corner. And we've got the goal we desperately needed. Now let's get a third. Firmino also on for a hat-trick now as well if he gets one more. Oh, well played. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now into Salah. Salah going for a ball into Mane, and it's the third. There we go. We're starting to get the goals we wanted. It's taken us a little bit of time, but we've finally managed to do it. This time it's Mane at the back post, and it's going to be, I think, Salah with the cross into. It's a great ball into that back post there. Fantastic header. It's 3-0, and we're starting to run away the game a little bit now. It's exactly what we had to do. Wanted it in the first half. We've got it in the second finally. And I think we'll look to the bench at some point as well. We've got Man City in a few days' time. and we know that they're very, very close to us in the league, so yeah, we need to try and beat them. Okay, so all 3 changes now, 25 minutes to go. Sessa Young, Origi and Lewis Cook all going to come on. We'll take off Wijnaldum, Salah and Firmino, see how we get on with those changes. Just over 20 minutes left of this game. Got to make sure we keep hold of a clean sheet now in this match. We have to against a team that were beaten 3-0. Got to make sure we don't slip up and give them the ball like that as well. Look at the finish is dreadful. Chance here later on for St Etienne. We're still trying to keep all the clean sheets, and I think we might as well with that challenge from Van Dijk. It finishes 3-0. We get ourselves obviously 3 points in the Champions League, which is good. Put some pressure on Bayern. We'll see how they get on in their game against Porto. Obviously a tough match that one for them. Let's just hope they drop points and make it a little bit easier for us. Let's see how they've got on, and they won 1-0. It's another 1-0 victory for Bayern. Oh, it's a shame. But yeah, we still remain second place, that means, which is a bit annoying. But when you've got a team like Bayern in your group, you've got to make sure you're winning as many matches as possible. We've dropped too many points, and so they're in front. Got a game against Man City in 3 days' time. Massive match, of course, in the league, where we are currently on the same amount of points as Stoke City. They're joint top with us. We're just in front based on goal difference. Arsenal 4 points behind. Man City have dropped to 6th. So actually, even if they were to beat us, they'd still be a few points behind us. They'd actually be 2 points behind us at that point. So we do have a little bit of a gap between us and them, which is good. But we need to try and win anyway, despite obviously having to change the team probably quite a lot for that game. We've got to make sure we grind out a victory whenever we can. And that pretty much concludes today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Don't forget, at 100 likes within 6 hours, you'll get yourself a bonus episode out straight away. And yeah, let's see if you guys can do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.